Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the McGonagall Boxing Podcast. We are back. So we're going to review last weekend's big fights. Ironically, big rivals, different networks, different cities, but same outcomes. Lomachenko's back. Very, very impressive. Very proud to say. I'm a big Lomachenko fan and I won't deny it, but I try and be as neutral as I can. And we all know it wasn't Lomachenko that showed up for 6 rounds in his last fight against Lopez. I had Lopez winning 7-5 in the end, but obviously I had Lomachenko dominating the second half of the fight. So it was interesting. How was he going to respond to, a points defeat, losing his titles? People were saying he was over the hill now. The shoulder injury, the shoulder surgery. A lot of questions. Nakatani went the full distance with Lopez, gave him some trouble. Hungry young lion, 19-1, pride of his home nation, Japan. A lot to fight for. How was Lomachenko was giving away height and reach? Some serious height, about 5 inches, and about 6 inches in reach. So a lot of size against him. How was he going to do? Well, the answer was there. What was beautiful to see was Lomachenko of old, active throwing from the start, busy from round 1, dominating his old angles of back, his movement. He was, he wasn't just kind of trying to walk in and out and not throwing. He was throwing from the word go. His punch output must have been at least 50% higher. I'd like to see the stats than it was against Lopez. So it was a brilliant performance. Should it have been stopped earlier? Probably. I think Nakatani was done by about round 6, to be honest with you, but his pride, he's a warrior, his ring corner weren't going to throw in a towel, his pride of Japan, even though I think they should have. But it was, stopped emphatically in round 9, and Lomachenko goes on, let's get this rematch now. Lopez, I am very concerned. I said this and people laughed at me saying Lopez is the Buster Douglas of the lightweight division. And people go, oh, how could you say such a thing? Well, what's he done since? Nothing. Ultimately, I'm sorry, he's been shouting at social media, this, that, but, a young man in his prime, he seems to be injured, he's now got COVID, he's probably going to be out another 3 to 4 months. It's looking like a one-trick pony as far as I'm concerned. He has put some impressive performances, and he beat an injured, as far as I'm concerned, and totally out of sorts Lomachenko. Let's get the rematch. Let's see how you are against a fully fit, fully inspired, fully motivated Lomachenko, who, let's be honest, overlooked you. When you first fought, wasn't really motivated. It was a who needs him fight. Now he's motivated. Let's see how good you are, Lopez. And I'm not hating on the young guy. He's earned his shot, he's earned his big paydays, and that's what he's after now, clearly going on with a social media app to view his next fight. But a fight Lomachenko, stop running, that's ultimately what you're doing, stop running and fight him. And as for Bob Arum, who's a total disgrace, who should be a partial promoter in this, rather than siding with Lopez, you do everything you can to get that rematch for someone who's earned you a lot of money over the last 5-6 years, Lomachenko. You do that. You show some backbone. You show some loyalty and get it made. Disgusting from Bob Arum at the moment. So I think I'm not the only one who wants to see that rematch. And let's see who the best fighter in the lightweight division is once and for all. Because make no mistake about it, it's not Haney right now, and it's certainly not Garcia. It's either Lema or it's Lopez. And my money is still on Loma. Now, moving on to Gervonta Davis, I don't understand why he keeps moving up in weight. I mean, he's smaller than Loma. Yes, he's stocky, but there's going to come a time when he just, he's pushing his luck too far. But, he's a great fighter. The Ring magazine, scandalous, they haven't put him in the top pound for pound list. As far as I'm concerned, he should be top 5. Really, really, really talented fighter. But he's got to be careful moving up in weight constantly. He needs to go back down to lightweight as far as I'm concerned. He didn't look totally comfortable up in that light welterweight region. I didn't like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, as predicted, he got the job done. I knew he'd eventually walk Barrios down, but let's be honest, Barrios for the light welterweights is a light puncher. He punches in combinations, slick hand movements, and he was outboxing Davis for large parts until eventually Davis walked him down. But to say he'd beat Josh Davis, I don't see that at all. I think Taylor's too big, too strong for Davis, and I think he's biting off too much there. In my view, I think he needs to move back down to lightweight, and then really contest the big two in Lopez and Loma, or let them fight and go after Haney. I think Davis knocks Haney out, to be honest with you. I think Haney, similar to Barrios, will probably outbox Davis early on, but eventually Davis is going to know that he can't hurt him. He's going to start showing no respect for Davis's punch power, and Davis is underrated with his speed and the way he cuts the ring off. I think he cuts the ring off. I think he knocks Haney out. And Garcia, I think he beats Garcia in a real firefight. Don't get me wrong, fantastic fight, but I think he catches Garcia, who, let's be honest, got caught badly with Campbell. If Campbell's flooring him, what's Davis going to do to him? So as far as I'm concerned, good win, solid win. You can say he's a freeweight world champion now. I get it, but Barrios was not the elite. If he goes up against the elite, the light welterweights, certainly in Josh Taylor, he's getting beat. Go down to lightweight weight. Go down back to your normal lightweight. Make them big fights. Get a belt. Get that WBC belt. And then try and unify against Loma or Lopez. And then it really is game on.